What is going on, guys? So for today's video, we're going to be talking about men's jewellery. I think in the past, jewellery on men was considered really taboo, but times are changing and jewellery on men has become cooler and cooler in my opinion. As I said in my previous video, I used to shy away from jewellery when I was younger. I guess because I wasn't comfortable or confident enough to pull it off. But jewellery has very quickly become such an essential piece of my wardrobe and daily fits. So for the people who are looking to get into jewellery, this video is going to be for you. We're going to be covering some basics for necklaces, bracelets and rings, specifically for silver jewellery for starters, and we're also going to be running through how to match and style silver jewellery as aesthetically as possible. I'll be running through my personal collection today, so let's get into it. I started my collection with silver jewellery because I felt it was more minimal and less loud as compared to gold. I wanted pieces that were more conservative, but also pieces that I felt expressed my style really well. So I started with some simple pendants. The first brand that I really felt an affinity for jewellery was Frank Wilder. He produces some really cool nature, animal style jewellery which I quickly became a fan of. And the first two pendants I got from him were my Wing and Dedusa pendants. Two very minimal pieces that stack really well and go really well together. Pendant style necklaces are great if you're going for that minimal, clean, simple look. And a quick tip is to try to get pendants that visually vibe off each other and go well together. Also, play with the sizes of your pendant and have the bigger pendant be the focus point of your jewellery. It's really important to know your chain lengths as well. So as a quick reference, my Dedusa pendant is a 22-inch chain and my Wing pendant is a 24-inch chain. That's a pretty safe arrangement and gauge for guys. Another typical combo of mine is my Chanel inspired pendant and mini Frank feather pendant. With this look, the bigger pendant is on the top as the focus point, with the mini Frank feather on the bottom as an accompanying piece. As your pendant collection grows, you can kind of play around with the combination that you're feeling that day. For me, I typically like to have a max of 2 pendants for my daily fits. Alright, so moving on from pendants, we have what I like to call statement necklaces. I typically categorize these by necklaces that wrap around your neck and have a really thick and chunky texture to the look. I call these statement necklaces because you could basically just put one on and you're good to go, without looking like you're trying too much or doing too much. So right now I have 2 statement necklaces in my rotation, and my first is this silver chunky XL chain from Look Vicious. It's the perfect size chain links for me and it brings a really masculine and edgy look to your fits. It's great for streetwear looks and the price point on these are even better. Again, a really great statement necklace that you could just put on alone and you're good to go. Second is this pearl necklace by a Korean brand called Freaka Jewellery. I've always been a huge fan of the pearl look, but I never had the confidence to pull it off until really recently. I think it's because pearls are viewed to be too feminine in the past, but again, times are changing and I think pearls look really great on guys. So I typically like to pair my pearls with more mature looks and brands, like Aimé Leon d'Or, Jacquemus and Acne Studios. It's a very different vibe to the usual hypebeasty streetwear fits, but fit pearls way better in my opinion. So I go very minimal with my bracelets. Some people enjoy stacking like a ton of bracelets on one arm, but I prefer sticking to just one. So bracelets are really good for pairing with a watch. So if you have a silver tone watch like me, having a silver tone bracelet on the other arm to match is a really simple touch for anyone to replicate. My one and only silver bracelet is from Saint Laurent during the Haiti era. I've actually had this bracelet for like a good 5 years. It's just the perfect aesthetic for me for a chain bracelet. The size and tarnish on the chain links are just perfect, with a super clean Saint Laurent logo on the clasp area. It's such a classic piece and I've not found anything else better to replace it with. Again, bracelets are such a subtle detail to add a ton of value and aesthetic to your fit. Alright, so there are tons of different rings on the market, but let's run through my collection real quick. Again, starting with the nature and animal theme, are these 2 beautiful wolf and panther rings by Frank Wilder. I love these because they're so sleek with amazing attention to detail while still being really masculine. So the wolf's ring has a double-sided effect to it, with one side being normal and the other side being geometric. A really signature touch to Frank Wilder, so you're able to wear this ring both ways. The panther ring is much bigger with amethyst stones on the side. Amazing attention to detail on the panthers. Again, this is quite large, so it's very much a statement style kind of ring. Another double-sided style ring is my Maison Margiela Mother of Pearl signet ring. Beautiful mother of pearl texture style on one side, with the other being a very plain, simple, flat signet ring. The side bands are really thin as well, so it's a definite favourite for you minimalists out there. Next, we've got this paisley print ring by Maple, a Canadian brand. It's my first piece from them, but they seem to be doing some really cool stuff for a very fair price point. And if you're a paisley print fan like me, this is a pretty cool pickup. And finally, my personal favourites, my rings from Dior. So this first one is their classic Dior Atelier signet ring. I picked this up when Chris Van Ash was still at the helm of Dior. It was so hard to hunt down, it was literally sold out everywhere, and I ended up finding a very last piece in London back in 2018. But I just love the shape and the size of the look of it. And finally, an updated Dior classic, the CD logo ring by Kim Jones. I remember seeing this ring on one of the models at his first runway show with Dior. There was like a little peek of it in one of the images, and when I saw it, I knew I had to have it. This ring sold out super quick as well, but I managed to secure my pair in Paris last year in 2019. And yeah, this is my everyday ring set. I took over 2 years to curate this set because I'm just so picky. I wanted pieces that could showcase my style, but at the same time match really well together too. Collecting jewellery is such a journey, but it's really fun and personal as it goes along. Now let's get into some colour styling tips. I typically like styling my silver jewellery with specific colour tones. The simplest colours are your whites and your blacks and your greys. Silver is a really subtle colour, so you can never go wrong with going basic or minimal. If you're into more colours for your fits, I also like pairing my silver jewellery with your greens and your blues and your purples, the more cooler colours. That's just a really easy overall guide to go by, but once you get the hang of it, pairing your silver jewellery with warmer colours is all good too. I just have a personal preference with pairing my warmer colours with my gold jewellery. Also, if you guys want to see a how-to style for gold jewellery, let me know in the comments below. Alright, but with that being said, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this how to style men's jewellery silver edition. Let me know which jewellery piece was your personal favourite. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share and comment. If you enjoyed my content and would like to support me, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check out my Instagram as well. And yeah, much love guys, peace, and see you guys again soon.